I would like to acknowledge the Dharawal and Wadi people, the traditional custodians of the land that UOW is built on. I would also like to pay respect to elders, Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal, who have passed on their wisdom and continue to guide and teach it. The content covered in this subject has enabled me to engage with a strong understanding of the holistic Aboriginal perspective. Prior to undertaking this subject, I had relatively basic understanding in regards to Indigenous Australians, as when I was in school there was little incorporation of Indigenous pedagogies and culture, other than NAIDOC Week, as majority of teaching was from a Western perspective. This resulted in me commencing this subject with little knowledge and also little expectations. However, after undertaking this subject, I have grown to realise the importance of connecting to country and country-centred approaches in teaching, through the incorporation of both Indigenous and Western ways of teaching. The 8 Ways of Learning framework allows this incorporation as it results in deeply connecting individuals with country and also content as they learn through Indigenous pedagogies. The incorporation of the icon approach in tutorials enabled me to engage in a new way of connecting, as the safe environment of the yarning circle allowed for strong relationships and connections to be formed, with individuals sharing their stories and also their object. Through the content discussed in lectures and tutorials, I have been able to develop a deep knowledge of the holistic Aboriginal perspectives and the importance of country. Within the holistic perspective, relationships and connections to country are essential. These relationships and connections are extremely different from the ones I was aware of prior to this course, as Aboriginal and connections and relationships centre around country. Country tells us stories, educating us through Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandmother Moon, and Grandfather Sun. As a non-Indigenous teacher, I have listened to country and will ensure that my teaching is driven by the Indigenous community and country-centred approaches.